still from the book of Job, and I'm going to see where am I going to head today. If only I had someone to hear my case. Here is my signature. Let the Almighty answer me. Let my opponent compose his indictment. I will surely carry it on my shoulder and wear it like a crown. I will give him an account of all my steps. I would approach him like a prince. He called God out. He gave his list of credentials of why he was not qualified to be able to go through the suffering that he went through. And then he said, Lord, he said, let the Almighty answer me. And later on, we'll find in Job where the Almighty responded to Job. He gave a list of every reason why he thought that, you know what, he didn't deserve what he was sitting in. I feel like he still walked with caution about what he was saying, but he still was like, you know what, I need an answer. The very things that Job was saying that, he did this, I helped him about helping the needy and all this other type of things. And he was trying to figure out, what he did wrong in offending God. And the thing about it was, those were the things that God appreciated about Job. Those were the things that God took delight in about Job. The things that he was thought that God was, the things that he was going down the list of is the different things. See, in the beginning of Job, we find that Job was a man of integrity. But as when you go along and you read his story, you begin to see why he was a man of integrity. He begins to share his story with us, why he was a man of integrity. And that's why he couldn't understand why God was allowing this to happen to him. Because usually we think that bad things only happen to bad people, but that's not the case. God has no respect to persons. While Job was going through the midst of his struggle, he didn't understand what he was facing. He was trying to make sense of it. He was trying to make sense of something that even his friends couldn't make sense of. They had to wait on God for the answer and the response. It was the things that he was being diligent in that qualified him for being able to go through, because God understood and recognized something about Job that Job didn't quite understand about himself yet. Sometimes we don't understand our story is not just for us, but also other faithful believers and people who may be needing to see that God can help them in the midst of whatever it is that they may be experiencing and or going through. I hope and pray that you recognize and realize that the Lord wants to carry you through your storm on today. Be blessed.